Alright, today we're going to be tying up some small white Marabou jigs on these 1/64 ounce size 10 or 12 jig heads. So what you're going to need, or what I use this nice thin red thread, and then this is actually, since I've ran out of white Marabou, this is actually from a goose. And so we're going to use this as the tail, and then we're actually going to wrap this feather around the hook shank. It's pretty simple. All we're going to do first is start our thread wrap up the body, and then back down. And then when you reach the back, we want to secure the thread. Alright, so the thread is secured. Take your scissors, cut the thread. Alright, next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this feather, and we're going to, get a tail about yay long. We're going to lay it right on the back, and then kind of just tie it on real nice. Give it a couple good tight wraps, and then you want to pull this feather back to the back by the tail, and then run your thread forward. I usually will actually tie this whole length in. Well, it depends on what I'm doing. For this specific kind of fly, you're actually going to be wrapping this feather like a hackle, and so you don't want to tie it down. But so yeah, threads up at the front now. Now we take this. Actually, I'm gonna trim this off because that part's just kind of annoying. We're just gonna wrap it just like a hackle. I've been doing this for years with black Marabou, and it just looks so good in the water. So this year I decided to do this because I used commercially made white ones last year. That you can see in some of our other videos. I mean, they get trashed really quickly, but it really doesn't matter because they take how long to retie. And even if you don't want to retie them, you just use the bare jig like I did last year. So we wrapped that all the way forward. We secured it. Now we're going to put some wraps in the head really quick. Alright, now we're just going to trim off on our excess. Just like that. I see we have all these fibers that are kind of loose. Not a huge fan of them. It really doesn't matter. I just don't like these longer ones. But I'm not going to cut them. I'm just going to grab them. Kind of break them a little bit. Because when it gets wet, it's just going to add to that lifelike motion. But you don't want them super long because then they can look kind of weird in the water. And we're also going to show you what this looks like in the water here in a minute. If I can get these tied down. I'm just throwing some half inches on here right now. And just because that's all this needs, it doesn't need anything super complex. Alright, so that's your finished product. Alright, here's that same fly we just tied. There it is. See how buggy that looks? In fact, there's that one long fiber of the tail that'll get broken off, but just look how many fibers are coming off. This is going to be really lifelike in the water. We've already got it tied onto a rod, and we're just going to go test it out and see what it looks like. If you also, I don't know if you can tell, It'll focus. Come on. There's kind of variegated color. It goes gray then white. I did notice that it ain't gonna matter. I just noticed that's kind of how the feather went, which is kind of interesting. But let's go throw this in the water and see how it looks. Okay, so we're gonna take this jig. You're gonna want to make sure it's hanging horizontally, just like this. And then we're just gonna put it in. And we're just going to give it some nice jigs. See how that tail gives some really good tantalizing action? Like I'm literally moving my rod a 1/4 inch. Just look how nice and lifelike that looks. Just shaking that tail. No panfish and pretty much no trout can turn this down. Trout, yeah, perch, bluegill, sunfish, it doesn't matter. It's usually a game over with this really nice looking marabou jig. So that's it. Please like, subscribe, share our videos, and there will probably be some more coming. And let me know in the comments what you think and if there's any suggestions for me. Thank you all, and y'all have a nice Sunday afternoon.